What's going on, everybody? My name is Nicar. I am a realtor and loan officer here in the Sacramento area. I just finished interviewing my friend Leyland Lyken. He is a deaf DJ and legendary promoter out there in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. We talked about his experience purchasing a home last year in Hanover, Maryland. So I hope you all get something out of this. And if you ever had thoughts of buying a house, I hope this video pushes you towards that goal. So without further ado, let's get started with the interview.
What's up, everyone? My name is Leyland, last name Lyken. Most people know me as DJ Super Lee, Deaf DJ, and also the host for ASL Poetry. For short, some call me Lee. I bought my home in Hanover, Maryland. Reason why I bought here is because there's a lot of development happening around here. And I love here, this area, because it's right in between Baltimore and DC. I do a lot of business in DC. I do a lot of business in Baltimore and New York as well. So I'm close to the highway. So I think this is like the center, right at the center. And there's a lot of development. I bought this home last year, about a year ago. And I'm grateful for it. It's a blessing. Before I bought a house, my credit was not that great. My credit was like maybe 500, the upper 500 something. It was very, very bad. I was not even prepared, but someone gave me inspiration, told me that I can do it. So the first thing I did was went to a retailer and I asked them, what can I do to get a house? And they gave me steps to follow. They gave me steps to follow. And it was not that hard. It was not that hard. And I was so ambitious about it. I just went ahead with it. Before I knew it, I got a house. I was not, I was not arranging it. It's just a process. And it happened. Okay, first thing was to improve your credit. Credit's the most important thing. If you have good credit, your credit don't have to be fantastic. 750 or 800 don't have to. If it is, that's great, but not necessary. Your credit for buying a home has to be about 560 and up. I would say average 650, and you can get a good rate on a home. Also, it depends on what bank you work with, how much the home costs, things like that. The first step I took was fix my credit, clean up my debt, clean that up. Next thing, save money, manage your finances, make sure you're not spending your money on stuff like uh, you know, clothes and all these other, yeah, rims for a car. And don't blow your money, save your money, manage your finances, the top two things. And if you know where you want to live, then you will, that's all it really takes. Credit, manage your finances, that's all. I had my home built from the ground. So we went to the people and we told them how we want our home, how many bedrooms, blah, 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 all that stuff. When we came to this area, there were no homes around here. Nothing, I even have a picture of it, nothing but dirt and grass. So then we had to put down a little bit of money for them to get started to build it. And then when we realized they were building our home, we left our apartment because we're paying rent. Rent in this area pretty high. Rent here was about $2,000 a month, approximately. $1,000. Yeah. To start the construction, $1,000. That was it. And then 3-bedroom luxury apartment. It's a beautiful apartment, luxury apartment, nice, but $2,000 for that a month. Plus electricity, blah, 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 all of that. It was expensive around here. Oh, yeah. My mortgage, I'm not going to say, but it's close to average. I would say between 2,000 and 2,500. About average, about that much. And they add taxes on top of that, escrow, all that, but between 2,000 and 2,500. Yes, but one of the things I noticed was that when we first moved in my old apartment, the rent was 1,800. And then next year it increased and increased and increased. The last year we went there with $2,000 something. I realized we asked why the rent keep increasing. We pay our rent on time all the time. Why does it keep increasing? And the property people say that because the value of this area is going up. That's why the rent increased. So I'm thinking, damn, if I buy a house, the value of the home is gonna go up too. So we were like, why we keep wasting our time on this apartment? Buy a house, let the value of that go up. And that's the better investment. That was one of the big reasons why we started to act now. So yeah, my kids were getting older. They need their own bedrooms. I have an apartment, 3 bedrooms, and my daughter and my son were sharing a room. They need their own space. So I need a place with more space. We did consider renting a bigger apartment, but pay more money for a bigger place when you can own and get more value for a lifetime later. So that was another reason. So buying a house makes sense for me, my family, my children, my future. With a house, you can do so much. You can build it up and make it better. You can rent it out, live in it, selling. You can do so much more, and you don't need permission from no one. Yes, yes. Freedom and space. A lot of space. I don't have to rent storage for my DJ equipment. I have an office in my home, all things like that. You know, it makes me feel more like relaxed at home. You know, when I have an apartment, space is not a big thing in an apartment unless you have a small family or live alone or just a couple. But if you have like a big family or you want more space, then a house is for you. We picked this area because we love this area. So they didn't really have to change schools because we really stayed in the same area. The schools here are great. So we didn't want to move anywhere else. And there was a lot of development happening here. We saw that. So the schools are still the same, really. The cool thing is the bus right down in the corner. Pick my kids up and walk to the bus right there and go to school. Mm. The hardest process for me, I would not say saving money. Saving money is easy when you focus. When you are focused, saving money is easy. Um, I guess the hardest part for me is getting the house is moving the furniture and all that stuff. You have to decide. Yeah, yeah. TV for each kid. Have a lot of furniture. When you move in, then you have to build the home, buy furniture for the home, and all that stuff. I would say that is the hardest part. When we was progressing for the house, we moved out our apartment and we stayed someplace temporary because why pay $2,000 for rent when you get paid $2,000 to invest in a house? The deposit was $1,000, but we had to pay 2,000, 5,000 a month. We had to come up with about a good $15,000, $17,000 before we can move in. So it's really a process. And if you focus on the process, I mean, it's not that hard, really not. School is harder. One of the big reasons we bought a new home here is because development. The development of the home start with a low price. And then when the development finished, the value goes up. This house I bought, I don't plan to keep. Just stay here for maybe 5 years. Then right after we move in, the what's it called? The value went up $30,000. I forgot what that's called. It went up 30,000. Yes, yes. It went up 30,000 right after we signed. So that's one reason why we picked this area. I forgot your question recently. Oh, new houses that own. I don't want to worry about problems. Old boiler, something that's there that we don't see. I don't want to worry about that. With a new house, everything is brand new. We have a warranty. Warranty lasts for good 2 or 3 years. So we don't have to worry about nothing for good 2 to 3 years. When you buy an old home, you don't know. It's like buying a used car. If problem, you don't know what's in there, you know. So I don't want to worry about that on my first home. So that yeah, yeah. I realize a lot of people are afraid, especially deaf people. I have one friend. He has great credit. He has money. He can buy a house, but he doesn't know how. A lot of people are afraid of, I don't know, something. But I'm letting you guys know, don't be afraid. Buying a home is part of growth. It's part of growth. I don't want to say part of becoming a man. I don't want to say that, but it's part of the growth process as a human to, aim for bigger things. Nothing wrong with that. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's school is harder. So if you ever dream of buying home, if you ever dream of buying home, go for it. Go for it. You can do it. You drive every day. You see house. Many people own. Why not you? You can do it. It's not hard. Right. I don't want to grow old working to pay my bills. I don't want to be 65, 70 years old working to pay my bills. I want to grow old, have a house that's already paid off, so I don't have to worry so much about that. So that's one of the big reasons why I decided now is the best time to act. Yeah, sure. Use Facebook or IG, DJ Super League.